It certainly is. And this is the first clash I can remember ever between Steve Cram, who's had such a marvellous season, and the Olympic champion Joachim Cruz, who was #1 in the world as well as Olympic champion last year. There's Joachim Cruz, the giant Brazilian, only 22, wearing number 87. And what a lineup this is. Gilmar is in Brazil. Fourth in the 1980 Olympic Games on the inside. Then Johnny Gray, the American record holder, runs in lane 2. In lane 3, Joachim Cruz. Lane 4, waving to the crowd, Sammy Koskay of Kenya. Lane 6, Steve Cram. Actually, we jumped a lane there. That's lane 5, Steve Cram. Lane 6 is Rob Druppers of Holland, silver medalist in the World Championship. And then we got two athletes together. 102 is Dave Mack of America, and there's Billy Concella, number 98 of Kenya. They run together in lane 7. Barbosa waves his hand. He's in lane 8 of Brazil. He's the 3A's champion, and Mayer of Switzerland right on the outside. But Steve Cram never afraid to test himself, although this isn't his best distance. First 10 running lanes, and Gilmar has gone off very, very quickly. Also going past on the outside is Barbosa. The two Brazilians are going to help the big man Cruz. So as they settle down, it's Gilmar on the inside. Johnny Gray of America right up there. Barbosa is up there as well. And Barbosa got pushed there by Gray, who got cut off, and Gray goes right back into the pack. So it's Brazil 1, 2, 3, and they're clearly running as a team. Gilmar leads. Barbosa in second place. Cruz is third. Steve Cram cruising as well in fourth place. Johnny Gray is in fifth, the American record holder. Gilmar is now 28. Fourth in the Olympic Games, won by Steve Ovett in Moscow. He leads. Cruz goes second. Barbosa third. Cram 4. David Mack 5. In sixth place, Billy Concella. And seventh is Johnny Gray. 50.61 is last. 300 metres left. Brazil 1, Brazil 2, Great Britain 3, and they're going away. Still Gilmar is in front. Cruz in second place. Steve Cram is third. Johnny Gray is 4. Concella is 5. Approaching 200 metres, and the giant Brazilian must take it up now. The Olympic champion, #1 in the world last year, strikes the front. Stalked by the world record holder at 1,500 metres, the mile and 2,000 metres. Gray of America, their record holder, coming through too. Can Cram do it from here? Cruz is fighting hard. Cram is looking smooth, but Cruz is strong. And Cram battling his way through. He's a yard clear. He's 2 yards clear. And Cram beats the Olympic champion. Cruz second, Gray third, and Concella fourth. The time, 1:42.88, and having just retained or seen his world record stand in the mile, he's just run the 4th fastest time at 800 metres in history. The competitor supreme. A marvellous piece of running. The Olympic champion is a proud young man. You could see him respond to the challenge. And for a moment, Cram wasn't making headway. But gradually, the gap began to grow. First an inch, then a foot, and once Cruz knew he'd gone, he settled for second place. But at the moment, Steve Cram, the Jarrow Arrow as they call him, is unbeatable. In the end, he was going away. And when, well, it seems silly to talk about potential when an athlete's done as much as he has, but I wonder still how much more there is to come. In this lineup, we've got an Australian, a New Zealander, 3 men from America, a man from Somalia, a Swiss, a West German, an Irishman, 2 Britons, a man from Spain, Gonzalez, and Khalifa from Sudan. Shows you the way they'll line up at the start. And Steve Cram has just been introduced to the crowd. Saul Sebco a few minutes ago, jogging around, looked very, very relaxed indeed. Steve Scott, the American record holder, being introduced. Sebastian Coe. John Walker is on over 100 4-minute miles. Bessinghager, the European 5,000-meter champion from West Germany, the German record holder. Gonzalez there going up the track, 1:42, the Spanish record holder. Ilhart of Australia, their record holder, number 4. So the introductions are pretty well completed. One or two names not been mentioned. James Mays, who's out there, the American 800-meter runner, who we expect to be in front in the early stages. There's Ray Fryn in the all-red, the Irish record holder. And we know less than 8 national record holders in here, as well as the world record holder and the world 1,500-meter champion. There are 13 athletes lining up. Sebastian Coe's world record, 3 minutes 47.33 seconds. It's a really tense atmosphere. And the Dream Mile has been well named. Cram and Coe next to the outside. Away they go, racing straight into this bend, and James Mays, as we expected, went off, and somebody's gone down right on the inside. It's number 71, crashes down, Delise, the Swiss record holder, the man who fell in the Olympic Games and went out in the first round, about 3 meters from the line. He's walked off in disgust. Too many athletes, really, chasing that spot, looking for safety as they race into that first bend. Now, the first target, if it's going to be fast, Coe ran the first 440 yards in 55.23. Still Mays leading, Ilhart of Australia in second place. Seb Coe right up there. Gonzalez right alongside him. Just behind him is Flynn. Cram keeping clear of trouble on the outside.
And isn't this the problem of the pacemaker, David, where James Mays is set off, Hillard's the only man that's gone with him, Steve Cram is beginning to go, but if Mays goes too fast, they won't want to follow because the race is more important than the record. And that's absolutely true of the two British contenders, the main contestants here. They want the race more than the record, and so if that pacemaker, James Mays, who's gone off, has gone off too fast, then the record may not be on, but there's still one tremendous race to come.
Time for the first lap, just over 56 seconds, a bit slower than Seb Coe's first 440 yards, but Crammer's got himself involved in this race right away, and he's not letting the pacemakers get away either. So he's stating his case already. Looks to me as if Steve Cram is going to tackle this race from the front and say to Seb Coe and the rest, chase me, catch me if you can. So as they come around to complete 2 laps, Mays leads. Ilhart of Australia in second place. Steve Cram of Great Britain third. Bile of Somalia fourth. Coe of Great Britain fifth. And in sixth place is Gonzalez of Spain. Seventh is Scott of America. 8th is Flynn. And 9th is Walker. 1:53.82 at 880 yards. And that is only just outside the pace that Coe hit the halfway mark in. Still Mays leading. Ilhart in second place. Cram is third. Seb Coe 4. Gonzalez 5. Steve Scott goes 6 ahead of Bile. As they come round now with 1.5 laps to go. And the lap mark is showing 2 at the moment, but they're wrong. And James Mays has dropped out, of course. And so Ilhart leads now, the Australian record holder. Cram in second place. Coe is stalking him in third place. Fourth at the moment is Gonzalez, the Spanish record holder. And fifth, the American record holder, Steve Scott. With John Walker improving, and so too is Flynn as they come round to the bell this time. And the time at the bell, 2:53.14. And Coe's time, when he broke the record, was 2:51.9. So it's going to need a real last lap, but Cram has set out in pursuit. Coe is following him all the way. And it's the two Britons out in front. Gonzalez of Spain in third place. Scott is 4 in the race between the 4 as they come round with 200 to go. And Cram is testing Coe. Can Coe kick off a fast pace like this? And Cram is going away. He's now 5 meters clear, and Coe is beaten. And Coe relaxes. He knows that Cram is away and gone. And the world champion, the European champion, the Commonwealth champion, the world record holder at 1,500 meters, majestically comes striding away. This time, is it to crack the world record? Yes, it is. 3:46.3. Gonzalez second, Coe third, Scott 4.
Bile 5, Water 6, Flynn 7, Khalifa 8, and Aragon 9. 3:46.3. The world record goes to Jarrow. And what a magnificent run. Well, the doubts have been expressed about tactics. It has been said that this man is predictable, but could you really predict that he'd be brave enough and bold enough to go away from a field of this class so early and run right away from it? And suddenly, for the old world record holder, well, he knew his days were numbered. He went right away, accepts defeat, very graciously indeed. But in fact, Steve Cram ran the finish out of Poe. That lovely high-stepping action took him right away. And the form he's shown in recent weeks confirmed today. And this is a young man who is only 24. And you have to say now, he's answered every question that's ever been asked. Just imagine the sequence. To win the Commonwealth Championship, the European Championship, the World Championship, to break the world record at 1,500 metres, and now to break the world record holder and beat him over the mile and set new world record figures. 53.2 for this last lap. And here he comes, bouncing down the track, and he knows beyond any doubt at this moment, he's not only won the race, but I'm sure he must have had time to look ahead and see the ticking clock at the end of the straight, and to know, too, that the world record holder at the Classic Mile, the world record at the Classic Mile was his. Gonzalez in second place, Coe slowing down third, Steve Scott in fourth place, and, well, Ron Pickering said a couple of weeks ago in Nice, he'd seen the greatest 1,500 metres race ever. But tonight in this mile, Cram was by himself and ran one of the great miles in history.